Barnaby Gilded's skybound report. The truth soars above the clouds.
People of the great Shory Empire, hear me now. This is Barnaby Gilded, your trusted voice above the clouds, bringing you the truth the high towers wish you didn't hear. Hold on to your headgear, dear listeners, because I bring you not one, not two, but 3 urgent and unsettling reports from our beloved floating city. First, an unholy nightmare. The dead walk among us. Yes, you heard me right, my vigilant audience. The whispers in the streets, the hushed rumors in shadowed alleys. It's all true. The undead have been spotted in our city. Restless spirits in abandoned buildings. Shambling corpses dragging themselves through the night. This is no child's ghost story. These horrors are real and they are growing in number. Now, my dear listeners, let me pose a question that chills the very bones of reason. Who stands to gain from such a ghastly uprising? Could it be that the foul, necromantic fingers of Osirion stretch even now into the heart of our empire? That ancient land, steeped in death magic, long envious of our shory grandeur, do they seek to test us? To weaken us through terror and despair? A coincidence? Ha! I think not. The dead do not rise without a hand to raise them. And I promise you this, I, Barnaby Gilded, will not rest until the truth is unearthed. Until then, citizens, arm yourselves with light, with steel, and with faith. Trust in our clerics, our spellcasters, and the strength of our people. We shall not crumble in the face of fear. And now, a floating palace of sin meets a fiery end. If the undead weren't enough to rattle your nerves, then brace yourselves, for the gambling halls of the sky have been struck by tragedy. Last night, the luxurious ship casino of Heritt Bar'Laze, yes, that Bar'Laze, met its end in a catastrophic crash into our eastern docks. 6 lives lost, chaos in the streets, and the grand mistress of the floating vice den vanished without a trace. Now, I know what the officials will say. Oh, Barnaby, it was just a mechanical failure. But let's not be so quick to swallow the easy lie, my clever listeners. The Bar'Laze name is one dripping in secrets, debts, and dangerous liaisons. A woman of her stature does not simply disappear when disaster strikes. Was she taken? Did she flee? Or, dare I say it, was this an act of sabotage? A rival's vengeance? A debt collected in the most brutal fashion? The wreckage is still being examined, but mark my words, this is no simple accident. This is a message. To whom? By whom? That, my friends, is the very mystery I intend to solve. And finally, a city under siege? As if ghostly horrors and fiery destruction weren't enough, let me leave you with one final warning, dear listeners. Are these events connected? A coordinated attack? Think of it. Undead rising to weaken our people, a great symbol of wealth and power crashing down, and the city left vulnerable and reeling in fear. Could this all be the work of a hidden hand, a great unseen enemy pulling the strings? Do not be fooled, my sharp-minded audience. Coincidence is the refuge of the blind. We must ask questions. We must demand answers. And above all, we must stand ready. Let the enemies of the Shory Empire know this. We do not cower. We do not bow. If they seek to test us, they shall find themselves broken upon the very storm they hope to unleash. Stay vigilant, my friends. Lock your doors, watch the shadows, and keep your ears to the sky, because Barnaby Gilded will not rest until the truth is known.